Crank it up, race fans. This is Captain Thunder from CaptainThunderRacing.com with your weekly NASCAR preview. This week, the Sprint Cup Series heads to the Lone Star State for the Samsung 500, the 7th Sprint Cup race of the 2009 season. Texas is one of the newer tracks on the circuit, holding its inaugural event in 1997 when Jeff Burton took the checkered flag. Burton has been stellar at Texas, winning twice and scoring 7 top 10 finishes. The 1.5-mile oval is also the site of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s first ever Sprint Cup win in April of 2000. Jr. also has 2 career Texas poles, and last year the Texas faithful were lucky enough to see not 1, but 2 Carl Edwards backflips. Edwards became the first driver ever to sweep Texas, and he did it in dominant fashion. Cousin Carl may be winless on the 2009 season, but don't count him out at Texas. No one has been better the past 2 seasons. The action this weekend in Texas gets underway with qualifying on Friday afternoon at 4:40 p.m. 3 drivers are tied with 2 career poles at Texas: Earnhardt Jr., Ryan Newman, and Bobby Labonte. There is a good chance Newman separates himself from the pack on Friday. The Stewart-Haas driver has been gaining tremendous momentum in recent weeks. The green flag for the Samsung 500 will fly Sunday afternoon at 2:16 p.m. And don't forget, race fans, there's also a Nationwide Series race Saturday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. Camping World Truck Series is off until April 25th. And now it's time for Captain Thunder's legendary Top 5 Sleeper Pick and Pick to take the checkered flag in the Samsung 500. Remember, race fans, my Sleeper Pick is always outside of the top 20 in the Sprint Cup point standings. This week, my Sleeper Pick is Greg Biffle. Roush drivers have been amazing at the Texas Motor Speedway, and frankly, it's a travesty that Biff is outside of the top 10, let alone the top 20. Race fans, my top 5 for the Samsung 500 is well represented by 4 different teams: Roush, Hendrick, RCR, and Stewart-Haas. Matt Kenseth has 1 Texas win, 8 top 10 finishes, an average finishing position of 10th, and he's led 9 of the 13 Texas races he's entered for 443 laps. Kenseth's teammate Carl Edwards has been nearly unbeatable at Texas. Edwards has 3 Texas wins and an average finishing position of 13th. He is typically a favorite to win on any mile-and-a-half racetrack, but at Texas, he is practically a sure thing. Jimmy Johnson and the number 48 Lowe's Chevy team has huge momentum coming off their monster win at Martinsville. Johnson is 4th in the point standings and is trying desperately to avoid the slow start to the season that has plagued him in recent years. Johnson does have a Texas win to his credit, but maybe more impressive, he has finished 2nd on 2 other occasions and has 8 top 10 finishes and only 11 starts. 73% of the time, Jimmy Johnson finishes in the top 10 at Texas. Don't be surprised if the Hendrick Motorsports driver goes back-to-back and scores his 2nd career Texas victory. The surprise of the season has to be RCR driver Clint Bowyer. In the offseason, Richard Childress signed Casey Mears, gave Mears Bowyer's points and crew, and asked Bowyer to step up and be a team player. How has Bowyer reacted? He is 2nd in Sprint Cup points behind leader Jeff Gordon and is poised for a win. Bowyer has also led 50% of the Texas races he's entered, and he was 4th in the November race. But my pick to take the checkered flag Sunday afternoon in a Samsung 500 is Stewart-Haas owner and driver Tony Stewart. Smoke has the 3rd highest career driver rating at Texas with a score of 103.1. Only Johnson and Kenseth have higher driver ratings at Texas. Stewart does have a Texas win, and he also has 8 top 10 finishes. But more importantly, he has 4 top 10 finishes through the first 6 races of this season. Some wondered if success on the racetrack would come slowly for the newly formed team, but Stewart never did, and so far, he has proved everyone wrong. Texas is the perfect track for Stewart, and it's the perfect track to score his first career win as an owner-driver. Enjoy the action this weekend from the Lone Star State. And remember to go to CaptainThunderRacing.com for all of your NASCAR news. This is Captain Thunder, and as always, I'll see you at the track.